Hey guys, welcome to another video. We're here in the Electric Bike Lab and we're taking a look at this new spot welder that just came out. This is a spot welder that is made by SEQURE and it's a capacitor type spot welder. So basically you're going to plug this into the wall and in a few minutes the capacitors inside are going to charge up and all of the energy is going to be stored inside. So what's really nice about a spot welder like this is that you don't need an external battery pack to operate and to get power for the welder itself. So that's really nice. And then also it's very, very small, very portable, very convenient. And the package that was provided for us to review from SEQURE included this handheld unit. So this is a really nice unit. You can see it's even got a light built into it. But this is one of the nicer handheld units that I've seen, and it works really well. We were testing this out, and it has a manual as well as an automatic function. So the manual function is going to work by whenever this gets compressed, it's going to send a little signal through this headphone jack and it's going to tell the welder to weld. You can also do an automatic function, which is where you just have a time delay. So you can be welding and set it to 1 full second and it'll just automatically weld. I really like this unit because it allows you to weld with one hand and have the other hand free to be able to use. It does have the handheld unit, but this one also came with the more standard two-handed option. We haven't really tested this out, but it does look quite good. What's really nice about these is that the tips are quite a bit larger, so they're less prone to wearing. As you can see side by side, there's quite a lot more copper mass on these handheld ones versus the pen style. But still, I really do like these pens. It's worth it to just have extra electrodes, which they give us an extra set, which is pretty nice. So the welder looks really good, but how well does it work? Well, that is one of the main questions, because when you're building battery packs, you want to be able to weld pure nickel, and you want to be able to weld some pretty high thickness in order to not have tons of layers to do. So right here we've got 0.2 millimeter pure nickel, and then we've also got 0.3 millimeter pure nickel. So never really used the 0.3, but it is a really good test of the welder just to see how powerful it is. The 0.2 is really common though. Above that you tend to go to copper, but 0.3 in our last test was actually harder to weld than the copper nickel sandwich. So we're going to test that out. We've got a cell right here. Here is our 0.2 millimeter by 10. And this welder has quite a lot of power, and it does its power by pulses. So there's pulse number 1, pulse number 2. In my experience, you have pulse number 1 is a smaller pulse. Pulse number 2 is a larger one. So it's able to go up to 20 milliseconds, and that's how they're measuring the power. So the voltage is held constant at 5.6 volts. But the pulse 1 and pulse 2, we're going to have pulse 1 set at 1.5 millisecond, pulse 2 set at 7 millisecond. Remember, it can go all the way up to 20. And we're going to see how well that works for 0.2 millimeter pure nickel. So as you can see, the weld, there's a little bit of copper that has come off the electrodes, which is a good sign. That means it was a very deep weld and that it was strong. And if we try to tug it off, it is on there. Even makes a little mark when it finally does come off. But if you get 3 of those welds on there, that's going to stick quite well. Okay, so the 0.3 millimeter pure nickel. See how well this welds. Oh, well, no, that's just... Let's give it one more go. Okay, there we go. So I think it has the power, but possibly the way that it delivers the power, it tends to kind of come all at once and doesn't seem to work too great for the 0.3. It's possible that we have a setting that is not working too well, but we'll try a couple more times. Okay. See, that sort of worked. We'll try a few more welds. 2, 3. So that is 0.3, and that is definitely holding. And this is not even, this is around a third of what the machine's able to output, but it's already quite strong. So that definitely does the job for at least 0.2 millimeter pure nickel. So there's three things that I really like about this. The first is that it's so portable. You can have this at your workstation and it's not taking up a lot of room. It doesn't have an extra battery that you're lugging around that you also need to charge. The second thing I really like about this is that we've tested another capacitor type spot welder and it took half an hour for it to charge up. So this one comes with a power source that delivers 15 amps of current. So the one that we had before, the power source was 3 amps. So this is about 5 times faster. So what that means is that if you want to plug it in, it only takes a couple minutes for it to fully charge up and be ready to go. Whereas before with our other one, we would plug it in and then we would remember like, oh, this is going to be half an hour before this is a usable tool. So the portability, how fast it is, and then also the price. So this is on SEQURE's site right now at $238 US for the entire set. That's a pretty decent price point. I would say that's at the high end of budget, but it also comes with some really good performance. So honestly, we've been using this all day today and it's worked really well. I can't speak on its long-term reliability, but so far so good. It seems to work quite well, has a lot of power, good price point, and charges up really fast. So I'm giving this a thumbs up. I think this thing is awesome. We're gonna have it in our workshop and we're gonna be using it fairly often. I hope this answers whatever questions you might have about the SEQURE spot welder. It is SEQURE SW3, SQ-SW3 is the model name, and you can find it on their website. If you want to use a coupon code, you can do eBikeLab. That is a coupon code that gives us a tiny bit of commission, which allows you to help us grow our channel, which we appreciate. Or you can just buy it and don't use our coupon code as well. That's okay. Overall though, we think this thing's pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to drop a comment, DM us on Instagram, Electric Bike Lab. And until next time, guys, keep it on 2 wheels. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to see. We want to hear about it. And if you want to watch another video, click on this one right here. Or if you want to see what kind of e-bike stuff that we've got, check out this link right here.